So the Microsoft Teams platform can do some pretty cool things, and this is kind of considered an advanced training because there's some things within your own tenant that this Microsoft Teams software can do. Your own tenant means that you're part of the Futurepreneur email group, the same tenant as the Futurepreneur Microsoft Teams room. So if you have that situation where you've walked into your boardroom by Futurepreneur and you have your Microsoft Teams as a Futurepreneur employee, you're going to be able to do a couple of advanced things. So let's take a look at those things. All right, so I've got my Microsoft Teams software open here on my computer, and I've just walked into a boardroom. I can go to the top right-hand corner, click on the three little dots, and hit Cast. Now the system's going to recognize the room that I'm in, and I can click on that room and hit Next, and I can choose the screen or an application in order to share and hit Cast. Now this is going to wirelessly share my computer to the big screen. Which is pretty cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and then end the meeting. So you notice that when I initiated the casting feature, it initiated a meeting with the meeting room. So that's why I'm ending the meeting for all participants. Okay, so the next thing is, say I've been invited to a meeting and I want to take that meeting from within the meeting room. How can I do this quickly? It's simple with Microsoft Teams. You can click on your meeting invitation, hit Join, and then before clicking on Join Now, you're going to choose the room audio option, and then choose the boardroom that you're in, and then click Join Now. That's going to join both your personal device and also the meeting room to that meeting. Now you'll notice that the microphone is X'd out and also your speakers are X'd out. So that's a default setting within Microsoft Teams. You don't want two systems connected to the same meeting in the same meeting room and both of them having their audio turned on. That's going to create an echo loop and that'll kill your meeting. So by using this workflow, it allows you to join the meeting with your laptop. It turns off your microphone, turns off your speakers, and is concentrated on using the room as the audio source. The reason why you'd like to have your personal device in a meeting inside the meeting room is perhaps someone is sharing content, an Excel spreadsheet or whatever, and you'd like a localized view, and you're sitting at the far end of the room. You can use that to have a more personal view. You can also use it to share your own desktop. So you'd click Share, you would choose your screen, and then start screen sharing directly to the room itself and present that way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. And if you don't have one of those two needs, you don't need to see the conference in a personal view, or you don't need to share, you can leave the application on your computer and then continue the meeting just using the equipment in the room. When you're done your meeting, you can hang up on the meeting room touch controller, and then you're ready for your next meeting. One final workflow is if you're the individual that walked in first into the room and you've just connected the room to the meeting using the workflow I was just talking about, what happens when user number 2 wants to connect? At this point, they're going to do a similar process, but there's a slight difference. So let's go ahead and join the meeting, pretending that I'm user number 2, walking into the room, and I'd like to connect my laptop to the meeting. I go ahead and click the meeting, click Join, and instead of using room audio, I'm going to choose the option at the bottom which says Don't Use Audio. So that means you can join the meeting. Your audio will automatically be turned off, and you'll be able to share and get a localized view and everything like that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this meeting. And so those are a couple of the advanced workflows that Microsoft Teams allows users within their own tenant to perform. So it makes the connectivity and the joining and sharing of your desktop much more seamless. And also, it's considered to be more advanced just because certain things have to be turned on in your computer, like Bluetooth, because this technology uses Bluetooth beaconing. So those are the advanced workflows for Microsoft Teams and using a personal computer with your Microsoft Teams client in a boardroom with Microsoft Teams Room equipment.